didn't even make it down. So the nut was hitting off.
You are now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So we got this new to us set of discs that is missing a gang, missing some scrapers, has new bearings on the whole gang. We got new housings, cups, but we got to put it on the disc, and we got to get the disc ready to rock and roll. So we went from a 28-foot Kraus Rock Flex 7520, pulled it around, but if I ever needed the 7520 to do something and the 4640 to do something at the same time as far as tillage, I could never do that. The 28-foot would just be too big for the 4640. And I wanted to run the rolling baskets with it because it does an unbelievable job. So last year we ended up looking at these 4900s. They're supposed to be 21 foot. We have a few parts to switch out. So we have a broken I forget what, tribolt is what they call it, I believe. We have a spare, so we got to loosen that, drop that down. Like I said, we have all the cups to go on the other side. We have a scraper missing on the back, and we got the scraper to go on to the front. Dust covers 1 and 2, we got those. But let's throw this on the 4640 and see if we can have a good day with it. Dust covers, bolts, nuts, washers, tri-bolt. Could have built that, but just doing good. So we got the old housings on here, and as you see, they got a little wear to them. Those are new bearings, and Andy actually had new housings, so put some grease fittings in. Got some shims, and we'll be able to slide that underneath and get it bolted up. I even got new bolts, so that set of scrapers goes with that. We got new bolts back here. A little windy today. Okay. Hey, that bearing works pretty good. And it should, they're new. So we're gonna get this spun around and then slid underneath, line up all the grease ports into the bearing with the caps, and then put all the bolts through. Bring them in with the forks, narrow it up, put them in. Do that. I got the first one in, and it should be lined up. I don't have the scrapers on yet. I just need to get everything lined up, then we can set it down. Because as it sits, when it's lifted, the front's higher than the outside. So as you see, slowly, gradually gets bigger. I did notice something. At some point, somebody didn't have the right size springs. As you see, these are smaller, thinner. They fit right through here really nice. So they cut, there's 2 of them there that are notched out so that they could slide through and fit inside of here. Which isn't the end of the world, but something to remember moving forward, because this is the right size, and as you see, narrows up right there. Yeah, we'll drop that down a little more. Still got my little remote here. Okay, so we got to line up the bearing where the grease fitting goes through, the rubber, and then over on each one, and then put the cap, and then we can put the scrapers on. Got it all on there. Left the scraper off. I'm probably going to regret that, but I want to make sure everything else functions somewhat. We dropped the scraper on the other one at one point, then put it back on, because when you get in wetter soil, you have issues, and clearly our soil's wetter this year. But this is loose, and it's wiggled around, and it's rubbed. They had to notch it up front or whatnot. It is the wrong size to begin with. That's one of the ones that they cut, this one and that one. Yeah, but this is loose, the actual tri-bolt. So what I'm gonna do, I tried tightening it up, it won't budge. We got to heat it and then tighten it. That'll be our answer. Then we'll run through and grease everything, put the caps on, put the tri-bolt on the other side, and we're gonna see if this will actually, hopefully everything turns and does something. But yeah. Dang it. Okay, that's tighter. The front needs to be tighter still. So I tried tightening them before and they wouldn't go. They wouldn't come off, they wouldn't go anymore, so. Okay, missing a dust cover. And missing a dust cover, and that looks a little soft, so we gotta put some air in there. We gotta put air in that right side dual still. It goes soft over time. But then after that, the tri-bolt. Let me throw these on. Got my mallet. We might need an actual hammer. Mallet doesn't seem like it's doing it. Huh. But we got it. So as we've learned, these tri-bolts fight us quite a bit. So we got to cut. I'm gonna cut this right here, and then we'll put the new one in. That should allow us some leverage and everything else, be able to move that around. But pull the torch over and cut it. Okay. Clean those out. Yeah, we might have to unfold that to... Yeah, we are gonna have to unfold that to get that tri-bolt out. So I'll move everything out of the way. Once we do that, run around with grease, fill those tires, and then we're probably gonna see if this thing actually works. Because it would be good to know that before we try to do it, which we probably should have done weeks ago, but every day is another battle. So are we gonna unfold nicely, or what's it gonna do? Are we far enough away from the building? Sure hope so. Now that we got it unfolded, is this actually going to be the length that we think we bought? If you remember, we bought the discs out back, we were sold on, they were 24 foot. When we bought the Cultimultras, we were sold on them being 37, and they're really 25s. And then we were told they were 35s. So there's some things on here like this. That's an interesting piece. Some stuff that doesn't really line up right. Trying to think how I can do this and go across. They are 22 and some change. Maybe 23 if we want to count it there, which will be good. So the fronts are a little narrower. Oh, I see. There is an added disc on there. So the other side's missing that. It broke off. As you can see, some people, things got welded at one point. But we can take that off if it messes up. And somebody's always says, well, that's for your like end furrow, so it kicks it and smooths it out. Well, if we're pulling the rolling baskets, I'm not too worried. They do an awesome job. But other than some little tinkering and some pieces that need to get changed out, these should work much better than the ones I still have them. But now it's easy to get this out. So push and pull, and it is through. So yeah, the framework and stuff of this is actually really good. Of the actual disc, they upgraded and plated places that need to be plated on these models. The front isn't amazing. We got some things that could get better, but it's gonna do what we need it to do. Yeah, the 46 doesn't really have the traction to pull this. Maybe in the lighter soil, but you can see right there, like right now we're sinking. Definitely gonna need the scrapers on for over here. So when I get some help, we'll put the one bar on. At least for this one up front, it got caked up right away. But just giving it a go, seeing exactly how it runs. The ground is wet though. Noticed a major issue that was almost gonna ruin our day real quick. I'll get back down to the shop, I'll show you. it didn't even make it down. So the nut was hitting off. Where is it now? Yep. The nut was hitting off the other side. Was hitting off of here, and as it was spinning around, it loosened itself, so it wasn't put together completely, or it had another spacer or whatnot. Okay, so we got it back on. Only problem is they had broke off or snapped something in there, and I tried to drill it out, but because it's hardened, I keep breaking bits more and more. So do I double? No, we can't double bolt it because it hits on that if it sticks out. The problem was there was another adapter and it was just way out here at the end. So we got it in. Might stay tight forever, might not, probably won't. But sent it on with the Milwaukee gun, and yeah, we're good there. So that was a quick catch. Good thing we trial ran this. It is sticky and wet. Like dry on top, and then all of a sudden it's mud underneath. Eric Mattis just sent me a video, our group a video of the planter, and it looks like he just went mud bogging with it. So I'm really not looking forward to planting anything, honestly. I'm like excited. I want to just be done. This spring it's been a battle. But well, went to grease everything and we're out of grease, which is amateur hour, so we got to grab some grease. We will get these discs figured out. I'm actually very excited for them. I think they're going to be great. I actually ran them yesterday for 9 hours, so I guess you guys will have to stay tuned, see what really goes on with them. But appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.